Dave Pelz, short game specialist. Dave, I'm confused. My circuits are blown. I've been to 3-year schools. I've gone to an Utley school. I don't know what to do anymore. Do I take the putter straight back and straight through like you and Perfy say? Do I move back from it and do I swing it like that, like Utley says? What am I supposed to do? Sometimes I do front nine one way and back nine the other. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to think?
If you talk to enough people, you know, I could tell you 3 or 4 more teachers you could go to and become even more confused. One of the things in golf is any method that you commit to is better than no method at all, or better than a bunch of methods.
Some sort of conviction is better than
you've got to understand what you're trying to do, and you've got to commit to it, and then you've got to practice a little bit so that you get pretty good at it.
Jim Furyk is a classic example. If Guru's got a hold of him, they might have messed him up. He's committed to that.
Jim Furyk keeps his blade square. You know, I personally believe, I'm a scientist. I studied physics. I worked at Goddard Space Flight Center. I believe if I want the ball to go there, the easiest way to do it is to get the blade square and hit it there.
Okay.
It's a natural swing. It's the easiest swing. But if you have a big belly and you can't get your hands under your shoulders so that it's positioned properly, then you can't swing it that way. Then you've got to
go back
the
here
Utley thing. Then you've got to rotate. The more rotation you get, the better timing you've got to have. Now that's not impossible. It's okay. But for me, the simpler is better, and I like straight back, straight back.
You're a stat man from way back. Who's the best putter on tour nobody knows about? We threw some good ones out there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know, I'll tell you who's the best one that thinks he's no good is Freddie Funk.
Yeah.
He putts pretty darn well and complains about it all the time.
What about Brian Gay? Some people think he's the best putter out there.
I don't know. I haven't seen him. So
let's talk about lag putting. I saw your demonstration yesterday on the statistical comparison between a touring pro, a scratch 10, 20, a 30 handicap. The most interesting thing by far, I thought, was the discrepancy between the touring pro and the scratch player on lag putting. Way different. Touring pro 3 puts way less than a 0 handicap does. Because they don't practice their lag putting. So what is the key to lag putting?
Okay.
What is,
first,
how do I fix it?
First, Jeff, you got to get a concept in your mind. You know, you got to know what you're trying to learn. Instead of wondering how hard to hit a lag putt, I want you to think how long a swing. Don't ever hit putts hard. Always hit them with the same rhythm.
Well,
one
hit's
back,
a bad word
2
anyway,
through.
right?
Hit's a bad word. If you take the swing back in 1, through in 2, that rhythm, that's a rhythm for Jeff Rude.
Tom Watson said, if you can count to 2, you can putt.
Exactly. If you have that rhythm in your mind, 1, 2, take a few practice swings, 1, 2.
So
now,
if I want to hit it to the edge there, then I want to just calibrate 1, 2, right?
Yes.
Maybe I didn't take it back far enough, so this one go a little far, 1, 2.
Right.
And get from the mind into the hands,
and my advice to you is if you're a bad lag putter, if our viewers are bad lag putters, go to the putting green and walk 13 steps. And make them pretty big steps.
So I know
for
it's
most
40
guys.
feet.
So you know it's about 40 feet. Practice it to the edge of the, walk 40 feet from the edge of the green, putt it to the edge of the green every time.
So then I know how long I take it back on a 40-footer?
You'll have to take it back a little longer on uphillers than downhillers.
No, but at least I have a point of reference,
If you did that once every week for the rest of your golf career, you'd start, when you got a 40-foot putt on the golf course, you'd say, oh man, I got this.
And I would say then, Dave, that I can take this putter back to somewhere around my back foot and just kind of let it go. And it takes the stress out, doesn't it?
Takes the stress out. It'll put a reference point in your brain, and you'll think you're getting better. And as long as you stick with it, you will get better.
All right.
Most amateurs never practice lag putting, and if you can stop 3 putting, you can save strokes.
All right. I'm going to go work on my lag putting. Thank you.
You know, I'd hate to be rude, but I hope you work on your lag putting and you improve.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good.